Hello, 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 everybody. Today is Monday, December 11th, 2023. My name is Sonja Marie, and I'm happy that you have decided to come see this video after the fact. Because if you're hearing my voice right now with nobody in this live right now, that means you came on after the fact. So thank you because you had choices. I appreciate you. I really, 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 really do. And for those that are running on in and are a little bit late but slid on here in here anyway, thank you. I appreciate you and I'm patient. So come on in as I give you a few announcements. So take your time. Speaking to you virtually and in the ethers. Yeah, so here's a few announcements. Again, very, very happy that you have slid on in here. Really, really excited and grateful for those supporters for show that's been down with the sister since the Periscope days, since Facebook days, since IG and continuing through IG and now on YouTube through all of the retreats that we have done, through workshops and villages and village huts. And I sat back this weekend and I said, whoa, 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 whoa. A sister has not only been growing and evolving through her business phase, but on the real, there's been a good handful of people that have been shaping and formulating right alongside me as my supporter, as one who listens, who shares, who understands the information, who wants to learn. At the very least, is sending a whole bunch of prayers and good vibrations my way. Like for real, I don't do this by myself. And I am telling you in this moment in time that I see you. And I'm incredibly grateful of it for your support and for your love and being here on the real, on the real, on the real. So again, if you get something out of this, please share it with people. You know, make somebody else smile and allow them to see themselves through the words that come through me and the information and the stories that you share too in the comments. Okay. So share, drop a donation if you can. And even though my business model is changing up, I'm going to do my best to give you quality information when I come on here and through my chronicle, which please, I really, really invite you because those are the moments in which I'm going to let everybody know of changes and things that happens through the chronicle, Wordlife Chronicle. You can subscribe by going to my website, look at the bottom of any page and subscribe. Give me your email address. And I'd appreciate that then there. Okay. Few more commercials, solicitations or announcements that I'd like to give you as people slide on in and say hello. 2 spots are available to go to Belize, January. Good God. July, not January, July. I wish we were going in January. Good man, please. Anyway, January 11th. Hello, July 11th through the 15th, 2024. There's 2 spots available. Please go on my website. If you would like to snag up a spot, it is yours. There are payment plans available. You can pay all at one time. Trust me when I tell you, we have a really, really good time. And I'm really psyched about this year's group. It just feels, every year is purposeful in its own way. And this year feels real mature and laid back and purposeful in some kind of way, like purposeful comfort. And I know the theme is peace, but it keeps coming to me more and more and more that we're going to be rooted by this water. And a lot of meditation is going to go down. So again, my retreats are not vacations. They are retreats. They are retreats with some type of formulation to allow you to unpeel and unwind and get back to self, so to speak. Not drinking and hanging out and letting your shit fly. Like there are moments and spaces and places for all that, but not for the Wordlife Astrology Retreat. I try to offer us an opportunity to come back to self, come forward to self. So that's one announcement. Hit up my website for that. And again, the village is starting. The first Zoom meetup we have is January 11th. So I'd love for you to sign up between now and then. It is private and you will not be admitted into the session without a particular coded link. Okay. So please, and very please honor a sister in that way and get it in the right proper format. Sign up. Many people want to know or probably don't know. I again said it on Friday. I'm going to say it very, very short, like right now. It's a forum, it's a private forum to get really, really serious about the spiritual and the emotional work that you would like to do on this planet. That's for sure. If you're tired of just sitting around, like giving yourself excuses about why you're not evolving, I want to be in your face further, more so in your face because it'll be on Zoom if you put on your video. And call you out and have the village keep you accountable, specifically for pointed conversations and thematic discussions. Like we about to go in. That's all I'm gonna say, and that's it. Boom. Plain and simple. Let me say what's up to the patient people that rolled on in here. I appreciate you being here, all 15 so far. Let people know if they haven't gotten a notification that your girl is going on. And it's the weekly rundown, and it's Monday, and I got a lot to say because I'll be truthful with you. Ooh, downloads been coming in like freight trains. I ain't even gonna lie. Okay, what's up? D's Delectable. Robin is here. What up with you and Monica? Hi, Melissa, Jess, Giselle, Sweet Tea, and Latanya Powers. What's happening? Ain't seen you in a minute. What's up, Kim Singletary? Ramon Williams is here. China Wangs, China Wang, Wang, Wang. Danielle, what you doing? I just gave you a message. Did you hit me back? What's going on, Alexandra? The great, the great, the great. I love to see y'all all in here. I'm grateful, like I said, for you being here and holding a sister down. I appreciate that. I'm going to do my best to make this weekly rundown as quick as possible. You know why? Because, hi, Angela, I'm changing up this business model and I'm trying to time myself. I'm going to do not weekly rundowns that are live anymore. No more live weekly rundowns. Only lives we're going to have is specialized, like the 2024 year review and eclipse reviews and so on and so forth. They're all going to be recorded. Another announcement I wanted to say too before I get into this week, and this is just to let you know, just in case you're like, oh, you didn't let us know that. Well, there's a billion fucking videos on here. I probably said it in one of these videos. This week and next week is the last I'm going to be on here until the beginning of next year. I'm going to take 2 weeks to get ready for y'all and to formulate this new way of being and servicing you in the way Spirit told me to. So this week and next week is the last 3 broadcasts we'll have, okay, until we switch it up for 2024. All right, let everybody know who wants to know and who gives a damn. I'd appreciate that. All right, let's move on into this week, y'all. Trying to make it short as possible again to practice to make them under 20 minutes, if that is at all possible with Sonja Marie and my loquacious ass. So yeah. Got my crystals pinching me. So let's get down on into it. If you have any questions, though, please feel free to ask them. Put a question mark in front of the sentence as well as behind. If you have a statement that you really want to get my attention with, do that as well with an exclamation point. All right. Again, thank y'all for being here. Please donate to the channel or share this information if you can. Let's talk about this week, y'all. Ready? It's going to be a good one, in my opinion. Well, let me tell you something. It's always good to me. Whether I announce it or not, it is always good, because one of the downloads that has been plaguing me over the last couple of days for show is the magic of evolution. Dare I say this public? But as I was laying in my bed, Spirit said, I have the answer to the meaning of life. And I was like, Spirit, you ain't gonna do this to me and put me out there in the world and make it seem like I know what the goddamn meaning of life is. This is me and God, y'all. Squirrel, how many of y'all have conversations with God like that? I just want to ask, like, y'all have weed conversations, you have funny conversations, you have, what the fuck did you say, God? Kind of conversations. Like, I just want to know, do you talk to God like you talking to the homie? Because I do. So anyway, I'm laying in the bed and I'm like, word, God, you're going to tell me the meaning of life? And I literally hear a chuckle. Well, there's several meanings of life, but one of them is the opportunity, the willingness, and the courage to evolve. As simple as that may sound, you know how arduous it is. You know how difficult it is, especially when Saturn throws itself in the mix almost every darn 3 months in some way, shape, or fashion. But I say that to say is that Saturn and energies like Saturn help us to evolve. Part of the meaning is to get better. And the only way in which we don't oftentimes is our humanness holding us back. This ain't new information. I said this probably 1,701 times in my career on YouTube. Probably. That's the main reason why I'm here, for us to get better. But that evolution piece rang through me, because the thing, the real trick about that, the real situation about evolving is not being attached. It's really not taking not only anything personal, but not taking even your evolution personal, even the choices that are given to you. Do you know how many people sit back and go, God, for real? You want me to be a freaking nurse this time around? I signed the papers before I came down here, and they told me that angel that was ahead of my whole production for coming back down on the planet told me I was going to be a Beyonce. I'm sorry, Beyonce's already taken. I'm sorry, Beyonce's already taken. You understand? Sometimes we even want to fucking criticize God's choice for us. I own the evolution. Yo, I just wanted to share that with you, because on a real, it's all about perspective. Sometimes you hear these common statements. Oh, it's about evolution. Oh, have boundaries. Oh, have these meme like kind of injections of what life is supposed to be like sometimes they come over you and you go, yeah, I know that. But it's all about perception. It's all about where you are. It's all about the openness and how you feel in that moment. It's all about what you're ready for. I'm sure you already know that. But if you know that and you are being stubborn in this moment in time, saying, I have the list of the things that I need to do in order for me to evolve and get better, and I'm still sad. Well, are you sitting in your own way? Like, for real, what are you doing? It's not enough for us to know. Y'all already know that, right? Ask a bunch of Aquariuses. It's not enough for us to be the boss of things. Already ask a couple of Capricorns. Listen, the reason why I'm bringing astrology into this, because y'all know me to know that astrology is always reflecting what it is that we feel, as above, so below, right? So the bottom line is that we can know this information, but if you are not applying it, if you're not moving through with it, if you're not accepting certain things about yourself, changing your perspective on certain ways, your life is forever going to look the way you think it should. Good, bad, or indifferent. I feel like that I'm preaching to a bunch of people that are bored as fuck. I'm being honest in this moment. I truly, and maybe it's the point because I'm preaching. Maybe it's because I'm preaching. Sometimes preaching, and my mother kind of hit me to this in her own way, like turns off the meter for some people. They get bored or they get uninterested because they feel like they're being pointed at or preached to or being looked at as being higher or better than the next person. I think people need to re-examine what preaching is all about. I'm scrolling my ass off. Yes, I am. Y'all better get ready for the ride. I swear, so many downloads. I've been holding my mouth. I've been holding my tongue. I think preaching, and this is not for my mother, to be clear. It's not some passive aggressive direction towards her, but this is some real shit. Because preaching, in my opinion, has such an interesting connotation on it that has been handed down centuries and centuries. All the people that have been put on this pedestal to believe they have the authority and the autonomy to say exactly what it is that's real and that's right. But those that think that they are being preached at, I would ask that you find out what your relationship with preaching is all about. Find out your relationship with someone actually telling you something that you may or may not know and kind of hit you in a little bit of way. Like, oh shit, maybe that's right. Maybe that's true. Maybe I'm backing down and I'm being defensive. Again, this is not my mother. This is the concept of preaching. This is the concept of getting to. Sometimes we got to be bold enough to break through and say, hey, go this way. Y'all motherfuckers are going that way. And that's what preaching sounds like to people, because people think, all right, you don't know me. You don't know the God in me. And that's very, very true. That's very, very true. But this is a two-sided coin here, right? This is when we evolve and through ourselves. That means we have to listen and we have to move at the same time. I know I'm going all over the place, y'all, but if y'all know me, rock with me, stay with me, evolve. But you got to allow yourself to evolve. And as you're allowing, you're checking yourself in each way to say, is this me? Is this me? Is this me? As I evolve, as I take on new, is this me? Spirit, get with me. That's why it's necessary for us to have this relationship with spirit and our intuition blown wide the fuck open, and have communities to keep our intuition blown wide the fuck open. Why? Because in every moment, every little millisecond, we are checking ourselves, our steps, so we don't be blown to pieces. You know, there are minds all over the place, y'all. Holy camoli pomoli, I feel crazy right now. I swear I just went through 17 different subject matters in my brain, even though it may have come out smooth as Yonkers to y'all. And Yonkers ain't that smooth, but it can be. But the bottom line is, I feel like there's too much that's coming through. And I feel like we all need to catch it all at the same times. And that's what's the magic that's being asked of us to do right now. Like balancing, checking motherfuckers, checking ourselves, checking the information, checking ourselves against the information, checking our spirit, catching our emotionality against our spirit, checking how we react to other people's stuff, watching people, make sure they don't make us react. Do y'all feel me right now? Or am I crazy? You can let me be crazy. You can get off this thing and let me be crazy and be like, Sonja's on one today. I got to catch her another time. But if you feel me, if you hear where I'm going through the maze of my conversation, please, please put your hands up. Say yes, yes, y'all, or something. Don't leave me out here in the dust by myself, even though this is one-way mirror and you don't really have to say nothing to me. Just let me know y'all hear what I'm saying. We are in the fucking belly in so many different ways. I can't even begin to tell you, but if you hold hands with people that matter and people that see the direction that you want to go into, you better for it. Trust what I'm telling you. Y'all with me? I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Melissa, come with the questions, baby. So the work is to accept your path and to not desire someone else's path, even if my path is still a mystery. Ashe, Melissa. You know why? Because the mystery in your path is the evolution. The mystery is the magic. The fact that we don't know is life. That's the secret. But not really. Don't quote me. I swear to God, don't do that. I was like, God, you really trying to tell me this right now? Yes. So y'all all get it. Y'all all get it. Y'all just being quiet. Thank you. Thank you for not leaving me out here in the middle of the street with my panties on. With my panties on. Y'all get me. Oh, thank you, Santi. She said I look so pretty. Y'all get that? Again, I am a round-the-way type of talker because I'm a poet. That's just what we do oftentimes. Not all of us. But you have to know that it is that little head kind of like balancing, what they call it, the nail head, the head of the nail or whatever, that balancing act. It's all of that, Melissa. And the thing that helps, thank you, Spirit. The thing that helps, again, I said this before, is community, not just a village, y'all. I'm not here to solicit y'all following Sonja Marie. I can't even I don't even like saying those words, follow. It's just weird to me. And I started this fucking career out not wanting to be that person. But I ask you, please find a group. Get with people, 2 or more. You understand? Because the community helps to make you feel less crazy. Do y'all get that? How special that is? Because if your special ass goes into your work right now, coming off of lunch, or go back to work tomorrow and start talking about what Sonja's talking about, and you got a whole lunchroom of people going, you losing it, cuz? You need meds? You good? I know we can get some good weed. You all right? You understand what I'm saying? You know how good it is to be seen by people that can be like, girl, I was just thinking the same thing. Oh my God. I get it all the time in the village hut. I get it all the time with just people that I just sit next to on a fucking train or waiting in the doctor's office or something. The glimmer in people's eyes like, oh, my tribe, my people. Yes, please say that sentence all over again, please, so I know I'm not crazy, because I was just thinking this last night. And I know that's what y'all use me for. And I say use in a very light way, because I am a part of your tribe. So y'all come on here when you do and you hear the words in which you may think or feel sometimes, not all the words, not all the feelings. But at the same time, if it's not reciprocated, and not just me hearing y'all talk to me, but the energies have to be reciprocated within your group. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Ain't nobody gonna evolve. I'm on one today, y'all. By the way, this is green tea on the cold side of town. It almost looks like, no, it don't. I was gonna say lemonade, but I was gonna say wine, but it's in a wine glass. It's not wine, but anyway. Oh, Sonja, I ain't even start with the week. Are y'all ready? Are y'all with me? Yes, from this Libra rising. Let's go, Melissa. No questions. The mystery is the fun part, and then you get to what it is. So enjoy from start to finish, China Wangs. I ain't need no goddamn exclamation point in the beginning and the end of that sentence to be drawn to that. Ow. Yes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's in the mystery. So listen, let me just do it. Enough announcements. Today is an interesting day. The moon is in Sagittarius and it is squaring Saturn, because Saturn is in Pisces. Yep. So I said, share the day with the feelings of festivities as well as work. Bottom line, the moon in Sag says, excuse me, have fun today. The emotional, excuse me, y'all. I apologize for burping due to sipping on that cold tea. Today, the feeling is about celebration. The feeling is about finding positive outcomes and solution for problems and situations. The moon in Sag always brings that, right? But Saturn in Pisces is like, yeah, but we still have these lessons to learn about our spiritual connection and or the lack of it, right? But fun is necessary. Fun is necessary, even in the midst of feeling like you have survivor's guilt, for people that have either passed on or for just the world. You're surviving through the world. How about that? That's a fucking poem right there. Survivor's guilt, and I'm still alive, and so are they. Anyway, the bottom line is that there's a push and a pull today between feeling like you need to be happy or want to be happy or have just like a pin in the balloon kind of moment and ease out some pressure and frustrations, versus work, 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 work. Rihanna wants to fucking, you want to work, you need to work, you need to get the schedule going or whatever. That's today. It's a push and a pull between Rihanna, the work, 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 and the goddamn needing to fly and be free and want to gallop through the goddamn mountains. That's today. And it's okay. We can have that push and pull. But when there's a square in that way, do yourself a favor. Just give a little time to both. That's all. And since the day is almost over, you kind of know what you've done for the first half of the day. Do the other thing for the next half of the day. Okay, my prescription. Moving on today, also Mercury is sextile in Venus. So build your passion and determination around what you've been planning and or thinking. Build passion and determination by what you've been planning and or thinking. Have y'all been like Frankenstein in the studio lately? I'm just wondering. I mean, honestly, that's a real question. And what I mean by that, like thinking of the master plan. Maybe you've been like Rakim instead of Frankenstein. Have you been thinking of the master plan? Right? Have you? Have you been writing? Have you been talking? Have you been organizing? Like on the real, that's what Mercury is all about. Sextile and this Venus thing is trying to come together with some passion and some determination to really flush out the plans that you've been, harboring on and really excited about. And that seems to be the theme of this entire week. So pay attention to how Venus wants to like push with passion and propulsion. That was that push with passion and propulsion. Oh my God, I'm my own comedian when my lips go before me. Y'all don't laugh at me. I swear to God, don't do it. Okay, tomorrow. Tomorrow is 12/12. Yo, big ups to Raisa. I don't know if she's in here. Miss Raisa. Oh, if you come on after the fact, or if you come in here, or if you're here now, please put up your website. She offers up some wonderful, wonderful insight, information, mantras about emotional maturity as well. I love Miss Raisa. She has come to three of our 1, 3, and 6, right? Yeah, she's come to three of our retreats, and she's just a beautiful lady, and I want to be her when I grow up. She's 60 plus and does yoga, and her body is a lot better than most of the women that I know. But above and beyond that, I wanted to say shout out to Miss Raisa. Please put up your website and information. I apologize for mentioning you and not having details on your business, but she's awesome. She's a coach, and she is very, very positive in a lot of ways. But she hit me to this awesome 12/12 portal thing, which I don't pay too much attention to. And I tell y'all why. Oftentimes I get hit and inundated with a lot of downloads that I don't necessarily want to confuse with other people's downloads. Does that make sense? I've always been that person. Like if I'm doing my album, I don't want to hear nobody else's music, because I don't want to be influenced as I'm trying to create. So that's a big part of who I am. I don't listen to a lot of information because, and when it comes to spiritual information, because I don't want to be inundated and making it to be a mistake, whether it's something they heard or something God is telling me. And I hope y'all understand that. But when Miss Raisa hit me to this 12/12 portal video, Spirit said, check it out, because she mentioned that something that was in this video made sense with something that I said. And I was like, oh, okay. But in any case, 12/12 is tomorrow. And it feels like this video, I don't remember it, y'all, so don't even ask me. But it feels like everything that I've been talking about. So take advantage of this 12/12 portal tomorrow if you've been feeling like it's time to evolve. If you've been feeling like, what else did it mention, Miss Raisa? Risking. I mentioned that in the Chronicle and didn't even hear this gosh darn thing. If you've been feeling like, dare I say it, enough is enough. There were 6 points that they made, and honestly, off my dome, in this moment, I can only think of 3. But the third is enough, meaning like you're pushing yourself. You're pushing yourself out of situations because you're over it. You're over holding on to your own excuses and your own fears. In any case, happy 12/12 portal tomorrow. But at the same time, how about this? And it's auspicious comings togethers. It is a new moon in Sagittarius as well at 20 degrees. And not only is it a new moon in Sagittarius tomorrow alongside this 12/12 portal and this energy that's coming through, the new moon, is sitting right nice with Mars. Mars going direct, for that matter. Come on, y'all. Thank you, sweet tea. I appreciate it. Sandrine made this. Sandrine is another talented friend of mine. Yo, go get your stocking stuffers and your gifts. Employ these folks that are talented and have small businesses. Sandrine is somebody, a good friend of mine I follow on Instagram. Sandrine K Studios. Check her out on Etsy as well. So anyway, on Tuesday, tomorrow, you got this new moon in Sag, 12/12 portal. The new moon in Sag is hitting up Mars saying, go. Whatever new ideas in a Sagittarius kind of way. I alluded to this on Instagram in regards to being a better student, in regards to being a better teacher, in regards to taking on new adventures, in regards to discovering and exploring things about yourself, in regards to new philosophies and ways and standards and morals, ways of being, how you think, how you want to construct your life again. Ooh, that makes sense. As this new moon Sagittarius energy is hitting Mars, it's saying, go, baby, go. Go, baby. One thing that just hit me that's big on Sag, and which you may or may not know, because that's energy, can be very selfish and comes off very happy-go-lucky and humorous, always fun-loving. There's something about Sag energy that people overlook because of those things I just mentioned, and that is the fact that they are big on standards and morals, quality of life. Does that make sense to any Sages out there, or Sag rise or Sag moon? Standards and morals, belief systems, doctrines is a big Sagittarius energetic characteristic. And I want y'all to check yourselves tomorrow as this new moon in Sag prompts Mars to go. Go, baby, go. In this 12/12 portal to evolve. Go where? Go to the places that you have been holding out on going to. That's where you need to go. The fearful places. The place where you know that you peek through, almost like the little rascals as they peek through the window going, ooh, how I love me some pies. If y'all too young for the Little Rascals, I feel sorry for you. They were the best little cosmic moment that happened on television. One of the best, anyway. Although it was a racist time, whole nother story. But the bottom line is, you gonna look through the window and imagine them pies, or you gonna get up on that flight? Because Sagittarius wait for nothing and nobody. That Sag energy waits for nothing and nobody. So these new moon ideas that are coming through tomorrow, hitting Mars, going, come on, baby. In this 12-12 portal, we evolving. We leaving this shit. We changing our standards. We telling people, yo, don't act that way around me. I ain't got time for that. And if you don't have to say the words, it'll be all up in your face. I have new standards, new morals. Come correct or don't come at all. I'm not down with these weird ass jokes that you have about people, undermining them so you can feel better. I'm not doing it. Kick rocks with me in that shit. You will not get a chuckle. Standards, morals, changing. It's not enough to put somebody under the bus when everybody is trying to ride. That's weird ass shit. Nowadays, it is. You know why? Because way too many people trying to survive. Physically, emotionally, spiritually. So if you one of the ones that keep putting your boot on people's necks, you got to get away from me. Standards and morals changing in regards to this new moon sitting on this Mars. That's Sonja Marie. How about you? I'm saying, be bold enough to step in people's face with it, because they're going to test you. Oh, really, Bobo? That's how you feel? Yes, I do. And watch my big ass as I walk away, if you don't believe me. Because the girl got the booty on Wednesday. Moon in Capricorn at 10:31 a.m. Yup. And Mercury goes retrograde. I got a sips on that. I don't know about y'all, but I've been feeling Mercury go retrograde since last week. I mean, I'm on a computer and the goddamn shit goes from one tab to the next. I'm looking at the computer, literally. I'm like, all right, is it y'all? Because you know, spirits, they control technology oftentimes. Is it y'all messing with the technology, or is this really some Mercury retrograde in front of me? The tab switching, like going from one to the, I'm like, wait, I didn't even touch anything. Yo, Mercury. So Mercury's in Capricorn. And if you haven't noticed, the village, or any other astrology students, if you haven't noticed, the vibration when Mercury goes into retrograde is always different. But when they're in cardinal signs, it seems to be a lot more forceful, right? Because cardinal, aggression, leaders. So it's basically saying, no, we're not talking like this, whether it's Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, or Aries, cardinal signs. We're going to do it like this in a very forceful way, which can make the retrograde seem a lot sharper. Does that make sense to any students out there? I'm just saying, Mercury retrograde is going to last until the first of the year, literally January 1st, 2024. So do what you need to do. Take your time. Let people win. In my opinion, with Mercury and Capricorn going retrograde, let people win, y'all. And I mean that for real. Because again, remember, it's a fight. It's a fight of who's the leader. And the leader in Capricorn, Capricorn always thinks that it's authority, right? It has that authoritative type of energy, power, control energy. So if it's going backwards, that means that people's communication and how people think and their planning, their contracts, their information is proven to be less authoritative. That makes sense? Or at least there's a question of it within yourself even. Does that make sense? And then that sparks reactions. You don't think I'm capable? You don't think I'm smart enough? You don't think I can control this? You don't think I'm, yo, booby? Yo, boo, relax. Nobody said none of all that. Mercury's retrograde in Capricorn. You just got your panties in a bunch because you think somebody ain't telling you that you don't know what you're doing in your life. Like, come on, relax. Anyway, that's my inner conversation with everybody that I come across that has a problem. I'll be like, yo, chill, relax. Let's think about it. Anyway, that's Wednesday, Mercury retro. Also on Wednesday, the moon will sextiles Saturn. Get to work. So work. Even if your brain is going a little hairy and then people are not saying what they need to be saying, stay quiet and get to work. Put your head down. especially Cancers. I know there's a lot of Cancers and Scorpios and Pisces for sure that's in a head down kind of work mode. Why? Because Saturn in Capricorn, Sonja, Saturn in Pisces has been pushing all the water and earth signs to work a little bit differently, work a little bit more. Because Pluto is in Capricorn, Saturn is in Pisces, those earth and water signs have been issued a very interesting holiday season. There's a lot of festivities, but there's a lot of work and deadlines involved as well. Again, earth signs and water signs. And if that's not you, congratulations, you dodged it. Whatever the case may be. Maybe you got the work done earlier, or maybe you'll do it later. But the bottom line is that we got to get to work. So all week it's about working in some kind of fashion as you try to whistle, as you try to remain authentic than yourself. Also, the real reason why they want you to get to work, especially on Friday when it comes, Wednesday when it comes to the emotional situation, the moon, sextile and Saturn. That's about work. The moon is also trining Jupiter. So it brings the blessings, baby. So if you get to work, you get to work out the blessings. And remember, Jupiter is still going retrograde, so there may be some blessings that are left on the table. If it is, it's not for you. Don't get desperate. A lot of people want to get desperate right now because shit is changing and shit is falling. Squirrel. And when it's out your hand, it's out your hand. Stop trying to chase shit down the street. If it ain't yours, it ain't yours. Like for real. So what? He ain't call you back. I'm just saying. Not my story. I'm picking up on somebody. So what? He didn't call you back. Keep it pushing. He wasn't for you. On Thursday, the moon is in Capricorn. The moon is in Capricorn on Thursday, and it will conjunct Mercury. Mercury is in Capricorn. So the moon in Capricorn, Mercury in Capricorn, going retrograde that day. Do yourself a favor and detach your feelings when reviewing your communication issues. You may learn something. You may learn you something. Boop, boop. Again, Thursday, when that Mercury retrograde is meeting up with the moon, now you lose control about what's being said, communicated, spoken about, blah, 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 blah. Mercury going retrograde, right? And it's hooking up with the emotions. Now you want to react? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't bring the emotions in there because it can bring you down a Capricorn Moon Street. And now Capricorn Moon Street is depression, honey. We don't want that. We don't want that. So what you do is stay detached, please and very please, from any emotional reactions when it comes to Mercury retrograde upsets on Thursdays. And do yourself a favor and say, maybe that need to happen because that need to happen. Maybe I missed my flight. Again, I use this example all the time because it's happened to me a couple times. Maybe I missed I never missed my flight, just once. Okay, twice. Maybe I missed my flight because I need to talk to this elderly lady right here about what her son has been doing and what her daughter's been doing, because it helped her to talk about it. And it helped me to sit there and listen to her. The blessings. You never know what blessings are left on the table for you to really reconfigure and sit in sometimes. That could be a Wednesday moment. I'm just saying. On Thursday, no, that could be a Wednesday moment and a Thursday moment for that matter. The moon is in conjunction with Mercury retrograde. So rethink situations or feel detached emotionally from Mercury retrograde situations on Thursday. Also, finish that thought. Also, the moon is sextile in Venus. Bask in the desire, love, and passion. Express the worth of fanning your own flames. Oh, y'all, when I wrote this morning, because I did my notes this morning, I said, what? Fan your own flames. Spirit said, fan your own flames on Thursday. Fan your own flames. The moon will be in Capricorn. Venus will be in Scorpio. First of all, the two most controlling signs, controlling energies of the zodiac. And they coming together in a harmonious kind of way, which means that oftentimes when strong, passionate, controlling energies find a way to celebrate together, what's around it, people, situations, sadness, depression, others, right, may not like you basking in that feeling of desire and love that comes together, an expression that comes together with Capricorn and Scorpio at the helm. Does that make sense to anybody? You're quiet now. Does that make sense to anybody? Bask in the desire, because here's the deal. So again, and this is what it looks like, very, very simply, on Thursday. And I believe I said this once or twice. couple thousand times. People get thrown off by your own shine. People get thrown off by passion. People get thrown off by your desire to be better. People get thrown off because they want you to get better with them. People get thrown off because they want you to stay alongside them, evolve alongside them, with them. People want you to go to school with them. People want you to hold on. We've been friends for 25 years. Grow with me. We haven't been growing together for forever. Now all of a sudden, I'm going to grow with you now. When the moon and Venus come together in that controlling, passionate, determined energy on Thursday, folks will turn around and be like, well, what about me? What about you, boo-boo? Now that it looks like I'm keeping this passion and this love and this control and this determination and this emotional to keep going and evolve for myself, now you want to knock on my door and ask about you? When 2010, 5 years, days ago, you was running around the world, jet lining all over the place, never asked me to go anywhere. Again, this ain't Sonja, y'all. These are personal stories that I hear. I hate to think that y'all think that I be telling about myself, but I know one person like, oh, Sonja's going through it. I'm not that petty. I'm not that petty. If it's something about me, I'll tell you. But here's the deal. People are like looking at people moving and growing and propelling in their own passion and determination and wondering how you got that juice. Who gave you the juice? I want to smoke what you smoking. I ain't smoking shit, is what a few of us are saying. I'm doing my work, motherfucker. And on Thursday, folks will look around and be like, well, what's the work you're doing? I need to catch up. Sorry, baby. I don't have no more of that. All of that stuff that I had, that was for me. And I don't even know where I got it. As a matter of fact, there's an empty glass over there. You can smell the glass. Try to make your own formula. I've been telling you this is what I've been drinking for 2 years now. And now all of a sudden you want the juice. It's time to change. Because on Thursday, the moon is trine in Uranus at the same time. Skip to my own beat. I ain't sitting around here. I am not sitting around here waiting for you to get on the passion train. Are y'all hearing me? Shine in your own passions. And those that need to catch up will catch up, or they stay in the space that they need to stay in. It's no judgment. It really is no judgment. Squirrel, please stop looking at people, and I have to remind myself of this too, in a way in which they need to level up or evolve in how you see it. Because everybody has their own form and or degree or percentage of evolution for this particular life. Y'all do know that, right? You're kind of quiet. Y'all do understand that, right? Some people only came back this life to be a garbage man. You know why? Maybe for several lifetimes before this, they were goddamn kings and queens of Egypt and goddamn Monaco and goddamn, they were on the I'm thinking of all kind of crazy stuff and it's just crossing in my mind, ain't making sense. But just think of somebody that's just had a life. 7 lifetimes. And this lifetime, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna be a garbage man. I'm good. I'm really good. People don't have to evolve in the light in which we think they should evolve. Please, and very please, don't put that on them. Okay, I'm keeping it going because I feel like I'm a squirrel out again. I feel it coming on. Friday, the moon goes into Aquarius at 12:56 p.m. Before though, that of course it's in Capricorn, and it will conjunct Pluto. I got the power. Is what I put right here. It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. It's getting kind of hectic. Whoa. Oh shit. On Friday, you're gonna feel like you got the power with that moon in Capricorn conjuncting Pluto in Capricorn going direct. Where is Capricorn? Where's Pluto in your house right now? I mean, in your chart right now. Where's Capricorn in your chart right now? I want to know. Friday, it's going to be affected like that. I like that. Affected, effected. I always have a trouble with the E as an effect or A as an effect. And anyway, in any case, get affected and effected on Friday by that power going through you, because I want you to get them Skittles. You know why? Because the moon is also, as it's effecting, it's the E, right? As it's effecting Pluto, it's also effecting and affecting Jupiter in a square. Yeah. So if you feel the power sometimes or somehow you may feel like you got the Skittles going through your fingers and you can't hold on to the optimism and or the opportunities that are coming your way. Again, everything that glitters ain't gold, baby. Everything that glitters ain't gold. And the bottom line on Friday is that as long as you're standing in your power, what is going to come to you, if anything leaves, let it go. Because what's going to come to you is going to be a reflection of that power that you're standing into. Boom. Got it, bang? Y'all in it? You felt that? It's about changing, going in this new direction with that new moon in Sag, sitting on top of that Mars that drives us to Friday that says, sit in your power, know who you are. Because what's coming for you is going to reflect what you're standing in now. What you feeling possibly maybe is some shit, some decisions, some choices that you decided years ago or last week or months ago. So let's change the vibration by deciding something now, something new this week. So in the next couple of weeks, next year, we can experience something different. Y'all know that's how it works. It doesn't work if you sit in the stuff that you're complaining about that you decided on 15, 20 years ago and you're still complaining about it. Anyway, I just have to bring that shit back. On Saturday, the moon stays in Aquarius, but it will square Venus. Check out what I wrote. Stubborn, brattish, rebel, because desires are not being met. Sharing others' desire to make room for us all to grow. On Saturday, with the moon being in Aquarius, love Aquarius energy, but it can get a little stubborn and eerily rebellious. And I say eerily because sometimes it's just like, I just don't want to do nothing because I just don't want to do nothing. But what about for the group? We have to remember when Aquarius is being threatened, it will shut down some things oftentimes, especially if it can't see the light of the group. It can't see the whole of the group. So what I say on Saturday, if your personal desires are falling away and or don't look like they're going to be met for that day or for Sunday, the whole weekend or whatever, switch your mindset up and say, possibly, maybe my desires has to take a back seat for a quick day in order for us to serve the desires of the group, for everybody, for us all to grow. I'm just saying, sometimes we got to take an L in order to move down the alphabet. In any case, Saturday, also the moon sextiles Mars, so stay busy for that bigger picture. Stay busy for the bigger picture. Maybe your desires are not being met and you want to go out and have sushi that day. But it's really calls for the family or for the groups or your friends to come together. Why? Because somebody's grandmother or somebody's father passed away. So what? You got to go to your friend's funeral or your friend's father's funeral or whatever. But you really like to sit around and do something else. But how about take off your desires for a couple of hours so you can go support a friend, the bigger picture. Anyway, that's Saturday, okay? And also with the sun squaring Neptune on Saturday, you may have difficulty sleeping that evening. I would ask that you do yourself a favor, especially now that Neptune is going direct. If you're having trouble sleeping on Saturday or any day throughout this week, utilize that opportunity because Neptune is going direct, which means the light is on, which means Neptune is no longer nebulous. Neptune is no longer confused about its inspiration, its creativity, its fantasy, its spirit, its spiritual world, or what's the word I want to use, Sonja? Injections. I was like, the needle's going in. Injection. It's spiritual injection. It's not confused about it any longer. It's going direct. So it says if the sun is shining on that, even though it's square, wake up. Even though you're irritated, wake up and maybe possibly get the inspiration that's disturbing your sleep pattern, but that can absolutely make you produce a bomb-ass song, or at the very least give you some insight. At the very least, wake you up and again, like have your grandmother, your grandfather download some shit to you. You understand what I'm saying? Utilize the no sleep that's happening right now, especially with the portal being open. Have you been dizzy? Have you had a lack of appetite or have been eating way too much? Like I'm asking you these questions because that's when these energetic portals, these propulsions of evolution, when they come in, you understand what I'm saying? They start to throw off our physical body. They start to throw off our mindset. They start to make us think we're more confused than what we're not. And in actuality, with the sun squaring Neptune on Saturday, you may feel really confused, or they may go, you know what? Lean into that confusion. Lean into that confusion and see what you can discover. How do you lean into confusion? Somebody just said. You lean into confusion by accepting it, saying, you know what? I'm a little confused right now. So I'm just going to sit right here and let the thoughts and the situations kind of dissolve around me. Yo, does that make sense? Why we always want to fight? We had the fighting card on Friday. No fighting, please. Thank you. And lastly, on Sunday, Rihanna said, come back, go to work with the moon. What's that aspect? Conjuncting. The moon is conjuncting Saturn. Give yourself grace to the spiritual work that you've been moving through. You made it. Give yourself grace. The sun is sextile in the moon is sextile in the sun on Sunday. Good God. Yes, the moon is sextile in the sun on Sunday. What happens? I'm so funny to me. What happens when Aquarius and Sagittarius walk into a bar? Let me start all over. Sunday, the moon sextile in the sun is Aquarius and Sagittarius. So I put that down. What happens when Aquarius and Sagittarius walk into a bar? If you are Aquarius and you know a Sag or vice versa, then you have yourself a really good laugh in this moment in time, hopefully, because you know what that looks like. Adventure, and uniqueness all day long. So that's Sunday. That's a unique adventure to be out into the world in the air. You an air sign, be out on Sunday. Your fire sign, be out on Sunday. If you are other signs, let those signs, the air signs and the fire signs, encourage you to be out, to recognize it as things that we need to think about and move on. Air is about mulling over the thoughts, the opportunities, the ideas, the calculations. And the fire is about moving on and discarding it, utilizing, building whatever we need, asking for it, being bold. You understand what happens when Aquarius and Sagittarius walk into a bar? Some really unique advancements with a lot of possibilities and positivity. That's what happens. That's what happens. Y'all didn't get my poetry because apparently you don't know any Aquarius is a Sagittarius. They can make some really smart things happen in a very quick, kind of jovial kind of way. You'll be building another Empire State Building before you know it. Why? Because a Sag and talk you into it, and Aquarius is like, I got the right plan, even though I don't know none of this is going to work or not. Anyway, made myself laugh. I hope that makes sense to you all. I really, really do. Listen, I want to read a card for us. That's it. I want to read a card for us at 52 minutes. I didn't succeed. I didn't succeed under 20 minutes, did I? I'm going to have to work on that, y'all, and I do these videos. That's for sure, for sure. And the reason being is because, YouTube got me working smarter, not harder anymore. Any questions, y'all? Please, this is the time to put up any questions you had about anything that I talked about, any information that I just went over. And you, was it 444? Love that. They've been following me. Oh, I feel so blessed and so grateful. Thank you. And following us, for that matter. Any questions about anything I said? I may have spoken too fast. You want me to repeat? I'm not doing three big obvious today. The sun, the moon, and the rise. I'll come back on Friday. So Friday we'll do it. On Monday we'll do it. And on next Friday we do it. And that's going to be that for Freestyle Fridays and these little quick free readings that y'all get. Okay? No more after next week. So, have any questions? If not, let's go to this card. I love y'all for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now this is for spirit. Tell us exactly what we need to see today. Please join the village if you feel so inclined by checking out my website, wordlifeastrology.com/the village hut. It's on that particular page. You can sign up for the village, not the village hut, but the village. Here's the card that we got today. Ready? Let me turn it over. Y'all gonna fucking spit. Is that not rebirth or what? Come on now. Did we not talk about evolving? Did I say evolving? Anybody take a count of how many times I said evolution or evolving in this particular rundown? I just want to know. Anybody? Any Virgos out there? You know what? I low-key did that with the Titanic one day as I was watching that movie. Why have I watched it 6,800 times? I have no idea. But one day I was like, I'm gonna I'm gonna count how many times she says Jack and how many times he says Rose. I didn't make it within 25 minutes. We probably got to like 100 something. But that's how I felt about evolution. How many times did I say it to get to rebirth? Let's go, y'all. Come on. Let me just read the gosh darn thing. This card depicts the evolution of consciousness as it is described by Frederick Nezestas. I never pronounced his name right. In this book, The Spank Zathara. He speaks of the three levels of the camel, the lion, and the child. The camel is sleepy, dull, self-satisfied. He lives in delusion, thinking that he's a mountain peak, but really he's so concerned with others' opinions that he hardly has any energy of his own. Emerging from the camel is the lion. When we realize that we've been missing out on life, we start saying no to the demands of others. We move out of the crowd, alone and proud, roaring our truth. But this is not the end. Finally, the child emerges, neither acquiescent nor rebellious, but innocent and spontaneous and true to his own being. Whatever space you're in right now, y'all, sleepy and depressed or roaring and rebellious, be aware that it will evolve into something new if you allow it. It is the time for growth and change. Ashe, amen, aho, Watakwe, I say. I'm just grateful. Grateful, grateful, grateful. That spirit backed me up again and again and again and again. But especially with that card. Is that not like right on time and appropriate, y'all? And understand, do you get the understanding behind the rebirth out of the camel and the lion? Most people want to stay in the lion position. You do know that, right? Most people want to stay in that lion. I got what and I'm going to do what and you ain't said nothing, and don't you ever. And I am who I am, and that's all who I am. Popeye. People like to stay in that because it's verbose, and sometimes it looks a lot opposite than how they were raised or brought up. So it gives them a new look and it shows them I'm grown, I'm reborn, so to speak. But doesn't stop there. According to spiritual law and consciousness, you have to evolve in that law to the child where nothing is bothering you. You evolve to a space from the lion where you don't have to roar. You're just happy being you. You let other people run around you. You let other situations and circumstances run around you and prove themselves to you. You stay in one space knowing just who the frank you are. You know that? That's what that child says. Be innocent again. Be happy to be you. Let them dance. Let them get tired. Come back home to you, y'all. I be reborn in that way, please. That's all we're here to do is remember who we are, how we got here in the first place. I'm just saying. Let's talk about it. Much love to you and enjoy your day. Peace to you all and ease to your heart.